Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Miss Halida Shuhada binti Kasim. My name Muhammad Midin Faiz bin Abdul Jalil. My matrix number 33DPE 21F1028. I'm from group 6. I do case study 2 with my friend Sheikh Muhammad Zulfaqi bin Ali 33DPE 21F1091 and Omar Fadlan bin Irwan 33DPE 21F1020 and last Muhammad Zarif Akmal bin Rosli 33DPE 21F1026. Table of content. Page 1, front page. Page 2, table of content. Page 3, introduction. Page 4, problem identification. Page 5, analysis. Page 6 until 7, application. Page 8, synthesis and evaluation. Page 9, reference. Introduction of Study Case 2. On 15 September 2017 at about 5:10 am, a fire occurred at the Tafiz Darul Quran Ittifaqiyah Center, a male Tafiz madrasa in Kampung Datuk Keramat, Kuala Lumpur, causing 23 residents consisting of 21 students and 2 teachers were killed, while 5 other residents were reported injured. The fire is said to have started on the second and top floor of the madrasah buildings. After that, the fire spread too fast to the wall building that is blocked the only entrance and caused the occupants of the madrasah to be trapped so that they could not save themselves. In addition, the windows in the building are fitted with grills that make it difficult for most occupants to save themselves. Nearby witnesses reported that they woke up early in the morning after hearing the cries of students trapped inside the madrasa building and tried to rescue the trapped occupants but were unable to do so as the fire spread so fast. The surviving occupants are said to have managed to save themselves by jumping directly on the ground while the others went through the water pipelines the building. Problem identification. Dispute between 5 students of the Darul Quran Ittifaqiyah Tafiz Center and 7 teenagers in Taman Datuk Keramat area is believed to be cause of the fire that killed 23 residents of the Tafiz Center. Police source said a few days before the incident Tafiz students mocked 7 teenagers who were smoking drugs in the Taman Tasik Datuk Keramat area. He said following that, the 7 teenagers took revenge on the Tafiz students and on the days of incident, some of them jumped into the Tafiz Center. Later, they stole 2 barrels of gas from a kiosk near the scene before leaking gas of mattress and burning it with petrol at the main door of the hostel, he said. Following that, the 7 teenagers were arrested and they tested positive for drugs when arrested.
Analysis of the fire cause. The blaze was finally extinguished by firefighter at about 6:40 am. Investigation were conducted by the police and the fire brigade to find and identify the cause of the fire. Intently, firefighters say the fire was have been caused by a short circuit. However, after a full investigation and the several closed circuit CCTV recording at the nearby Malaysian Muslim Consumer Associate (PPIM) office were examined. Several suspects were identified as trespassing on the PPI building before going to Adjunction Tafiz Madrasah at 3 a.m. Through other CCTV footage taken from 5 nearby petrol stations, there were 2 suspects were riding a Yamaha Legenda motorcycle buying petrol at 1:30 a.m., a few hours before the fire at the Tafiz Centre. On 16 September 2017, 7 suspects identified as involved in the fire were detained at the Jinjang police station locked up, while the survivors were detained at the Ministry of Defence that located outside the madrasah before being placed in the secret premise around Karamat the day before. After 15 2017, the number of the survivors was also kept secret at the first, and only the next of the kin were allowed to enter. The measure aimed to protect the victim from being approached by the outsider. According to the special hearing by Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Dr. Datuk Seri Amar Singh, the suspects were believed to have set the Tafiz Centre on the fire due to reasoning arising from the incident of incident between the Tafiz resident and the suspect. According to him, 6 of the 7 suspects test positive for drug, and the 2 of them have a criminal record related to rafting and bicycle thief often. The suspect was between 11 and 18 years old.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zarif Akmal bin Rusli. Metric number is 33DBE 21F1026. Today I want to discuss about the step to organize fire safety plans. First, step 1 is develop a statement of intent. A statement of intent is a policy written to ensure commitment from the Chief Executive Officer, Managing Director of the company. Step 2. Develop a fire safety task force committee. This task force is to create a sub-committee to run the emergency planning strategy. Step 3. Assess all fire hazards such as material, producer, building design. Conduct an assessment to determine if a fire prevention plan and control procedure are needed. Most companies combine hazard identification with emergency preparedness and response plan programming. Depend on the hazard and type of work performance. Addition, fire prevention and control practice may be required. Step 4. Identify fire hazard control produce active system, passive system using the following. Determine type of fire class and the hazard. When using a exhaustive sorry, when using a fire extinguisher, be sure to use one only on fire for which that fire extinguisher is identify potential ignition source. Identify the existing and necessary type of fire protection equipment or system to control the identified hazard. Step 5. Develop safety procedure for fire hazard control. All the uh, all the assessed hazard will need proper procedure to avoid any unsafe act from happening. Step 6. Develop a fire emergency easy and equip plan. A basic evacuation and the use of fire extinguisher are the two basic needs for a successful fire emergency response plan. identify the warning alarm and auto communication methods that will be used to notify employees in the event of a potential fire situation. Step 7, Training Fire Drill. Develop, provide and document orientation training for all employees and annual training for all effect employees. Step 8, Evaluation Audit Report. The effectiveness of this program in preventing workplace hazard, injury and illness should be evaluated at least annually with a project action take to address any program defect found.
Synthesis and evolution. Fire incident at Pusat Tafiz Darul Quran Akiyah shocking the people of Malaysia was another black page that affect everyone, not just the education sector. Unfortunately, this incident was not the as detail of the investigation emerged. We find there many causes, for example, from revenge for ridicule. Stakeholders must resist their approach in enforcing the law and to avoid the referral. The proposed amendment to Education Acta 1996 should include the administration of private religion school to ensure compliance with federal and state law on occupational safety, health and safety building. The state government had to impose heavy fines for the offenders commit. Hostel parties as well as hostel wardens and teachers to understand fire guidelines if they occur. This can prevent the occurrence of fire while in the event of the fire hostel administrator know what to do. The fire of rescue department is recommended to enhance its audit process not only on hospital but also on school, public and private, religious and non-religious, to ensure strict compliance to fire safety requirements. Local authorities should ensure the approval are issued to building that complete the building safety condition, especially the certificate of completion and compliance and other statutory requirements.